Do you know what habeas corpus basically means?
To bring forth the body, right?
Yeah. Now, see, a lot of people get this big problem when they used to see back in the 1860, 1861, England combined law with equity. Okay? And in this country, we did in 1938. Okay? Then they combined law with equity. It doesn't mean law disappeared. It doesn't mean equity disappeared. What it was defendants were playing with these judges big time, and their lawyers were. They're like, hey, he belongs over to the equity side of the court. Release him from your jail, release him from your jurisdiction, and I want to drag him back over here to the law side. That was habeas corpus. They were fighting over the body. Which court does he belong in? Does he belong in the equity side, or does he belong in the law side? So they said, you know what? Enough of this habeas corpus nonsense. We're going to merge law with equity. So where this guy is, he sits. Okay? So that explains to everybody the difference between law and equity and when they merged. It has nothing to do with the common law disappeared. It has nothing to do with equity disappeared. It has nothing to do with it. They got tired of playing this habeas corpus nonsense. Chase the body around. You know, oh, let's move him here, let's move him here. They got tired of it. So all you had to do, which you forgot to mention, is you believe that nobody has jurisdiction over that property. Say, that is my property, and nobody has jurisdiction over it. That property belongs back in my jurisdiction. See, because that's what it used to be. People would claim, you have no right to hear this matter in an equitable jurisdiction. Bring it back over to law jurisdiction. I hope you're starting to get it, because it's really beyond simple. This is really cool.
That is pretty simple. Now, how do we basically show them the basic proof of, you know... Hang on, because this is really simple. I'm trying to get everybody to understand this stuff. It's really simple. So nobody should have to ask me this again. What does jurisdiction mean to you? My standing.
No. That's why I don't want you to get past there. What does jurisdiction mean? You believe it means standing, right?
Yeah, like I stand in my own rights, my own rights in my own original jurisdiction.
There you go. I'm trying to get you to work on it because I'm sure you're going to get the answer. You did pretty good. I don't want to step on people's toes and seem like Mr. Know-It-All here. You're doing good. Jurisdiction, jurisdiction means who has control over that property. So you're claiming jurisdiction. You're claiming that property is in the improper jurisdiction.
Right.
That property belongs in this jurisdiction, known as 106 Apple Street, New Brunswick, Canada.
Right.
That's where that property belongs.
Now, is there any paperwork that we would need or any type of material evidence that we would need to support the fact that these are definitely our children? Their birth certificates, live birth records, nothing like that?
You could throw a live birth record in there for laughs. Yeah, sure. Why not? It ain't going to hurt.
No.
It ain't going to hurt. It's certainly not going to hurt to put a live birth record in there. That'd be pretty good. Because the whole trick with court is as long as you're making a claim, as long as the claim stands unrebutted, it's true.
Right.
So as long as you're making a claim for habeas corpus, you demand, okay? But when you do this habeas corpus, like I always tell people, judges hate it. Well, the folks in the black robes hate this. Because they love, if you forget to try to remember this, I always tell people, just remember these little acronyms like FOF and COL. That's how I always remember it. So I tell people, findings of facts, conclusions of law. You force the guy in the black robe, the hearing officer, because that's all they are. The hearing officer is administrative right now. There's no person judging anything. It's all administrative, back and forth, trying to, settle things, administratively. You tell the administrative officer, I'm going to need your findings of facts and your conclusions of law if you deny my change of jurisdiction over this property. I demand this property be returned to this proper jurisdiction.
Okay.
And if they love just stamping denied, but if you say, if this is denied, which you have no standing and no right to deny, if you believe you do, Mr. Bob, hearing officer over this matter, you don't call him Magistrate Bob, you don't call him Judge Bob, you call him Bob. I believe you're the magistrate over this matter. The magistrate's just an administrator, he's just your waiter. So Bob, the waiter, don't tell me you ain't going to fill up my wine glass or water glass. If you think you're going to do that, you better give me a damn good reason. And it's called findings of facts and conclusions of law. I'm going to hold you liable. But don't say I'm going to hold you liable right now. Be polite. Just ask him, he's going to need your finding of facts and conclusions of law. And he's going to swallow a pickle. I'm serious. He's going to be like, oh, I see where she's going. She's trying to get me liable. So you say Bob. You don't say Mr. Bob Jones. You say Bob. I believe your name is Bob Jones. I believe you're the hearing officer over this matter. I believe this matter is before you. There you go. I believe. But start off with just Bob.